Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for the movie John Wick Chapter 4, a new film released in 2023, a rated R with a runtime of 2 hours and 49 minutes. As of the recording of this video, we have a Rotten Tomato score of 94% for the critics, 94% for the audiences. So you guys know you're in for a good ride. This is directed by Chad Stahelski. If you don't know, I'll give you a brief synopsis. John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table, but before he can earn his freedom, he must face off against a new enemy with powerful allies across the globe and the forces that turn old friends into foes. Um, so before I get into the cast, because I'm just going to incorporate the cast right into my review, I got to say, John Wick exceeded all my expectations. Like I heard the hype going into the theater. Actually, I didn't even rewatch the old ones. I didn't get a refresher. I went into this like not really remembering everything that happened in John Wick number 3. It's been so long since I've seen it. It didn't matter. That did not affect my experience at all. I would say, if you've never seen a John Wick film, you can probably still go see this. That's one of the strengths of this movie. Like it is so good that even if you've never seen a John Wick film, you can probably go watch this. Yeah, it's just, and one of the other things that I really enjoy, this film just boasts a star-studded, really diverse cast from all over, international stars from all over the place. That just really adds to the quality of the movie. So let's go over that cast. So we have, first of all, the titular John Wick, Keanu Reeves, in one of my favorite roles he's ever done. Lawrence Fishburne returns as the Bowery King. Lance Reddick as the concierge. Sharon, rest in peace. Lance Reddick passed away, unfortunately, recently. And this, I think this is one of his last, if not his last performances. But he was always so good in these films. So it was definitely very nice to remember him and see him and celebrate his work through this movie. We also have Clancy Brown, I believe an introduction to Clancy Brown in this film as the Harbinger. He Clancy Brown adds such gravitas to every scene that he's in. He adds such high stakes in his role. It is fantastic to see him. Of course, Ian McShane as the manager, Winston from the New York Continental. Ian McShane, what a treasure. We also have Bill Skarsgård, or they call him the Clown Skarsgård, as Marquis. He is our main antagonist, really. We also have Donnie Yen returning as Kane. Hiroyuki Sanada as Shimasu. He's the manager from the Japan Intercontinental. Shamir Anderson introduces him as a tracker. We also have Scott Adkins in a really fun role. Scott Adkins is one of the best action movie stars that we have, as far as like some of these. I don't want to call them B-level movies, but they are not usually like some of the stuff like John Wick. But it's also really good to see him in these roles. He was also in like Doctor Strange. He's been in the Undisputed movies. I mean. Scott Adkins, fantastic. You may not even recognize him in this role though. It is so well done. So of course, the standout performance in this movie belongs to Keanu Reeves, who once again delivers a brilliant portrayal of the titular character. His performance is nuanced, intense, emotional, and it proves why he's one of the best actors working in the industry today. He's just one of my favorites for sure. His commitment to the role is evident in every scene, and it's clear that he truly embodies the character of John Wick. He really has become that character, I think, even more now than Neo. That'd be interesting to talk about with people, with fans of Keanu Reeves, because now he's got 4 John Wick movies. He's done 4 Matrix movies. That's crazy that this man has 2 different franchises like that under his belt. Also, the action in John Wick Chapter 4 is nonstop from beginning to end. The fight scenes are expertly choreographed. The action sequences are innovative and visually stunning, whether it's hand-to-hand combat, gunfights, high-speed chases. The movie just delivers on every level of action. There's some really innovative and just inventive stunts. We're introduced to new weapons that John Wick is able to wield expertly. In this one of my favorite things was he's using nunchaku Really cool, like all throughout. It's really fun. All that sequence of him using the nunchaku like to fight, really fun stuff. Also, there's a lot of car stuff in this movie, and there's a really pivotal scene as well that is very action packed, but also kind of funny in some areas. It's really interesting how they kind of managed to bring those two things together because they don't seem like they would fit, but they really work. The choreography and the fighting and the action is truly impressive. Every punch, kick, shot is executed with precision and style. It's clear that a lot of effort went into crafting these scenes. I can't wait to see some of the behind the scenes stuff for this. The result is some of the most thrilling and intense action sequences I've ever seen on screen. Definitely this year, and definitely even in the last couple of years. In addition to the great choreography, the movie just features some truly innovative action sequences. They were definitely not afraid to take risks and try new things, and it really pays off in a big way. They have some really interesting weaponry introduced. The movie's just kind of full of surprises that keep you on the edge of your seat at every moment. At no point of this film did I feel like this was an almost 3 hour film, which is really tough to say nowadays. There's probably like one sequence that really slows down, but it's so well placed that it's a place where you actually, as the viewer and the audience, can also kind of take a break because we've just been through so much so fast and just, like I said, so much action. Um, One of the other things that I just love from the get go is the style of the movie. It is so much worth mentioning, from the costumes and the cinematography. Every little aspect of this film is stylish and visually stunning. There are some really cool shots. The use of the so-called golden hour, it is impressive. Like they use some really amazing lighting. They just have these incredible lush sets full of like really cool lights, really interesting set decorations. Like everything feels like it's in this like exaggerated world that we live in, like a world that you are not privy to. It almost feels like a dimension that's parallel to where we are, where everything is just so much cooler. But everything is realistic, right? Everything feels like it's in a world that we live in, just kicked up to 11. So that's really cool. Um, and like I mentioned, fantastic performances. Also, like the characters in the movie, just they look and act very cool. Like everyone is just cool. Like they have the drip, they have the fashion, they have the attitude, the charisma. The main cast, the supporting cast, everyone just has their own little gimmick that really works, and it's kind of hard to ignore. And every character just brings their own little personality and style to the role, which just adds so much to the film. It is incredible how that's been captured. There is not one character that I'm like, I could have done without that, could have done without that. Like it just everything works and flows. One scene flows great into the other, and then when you think you're out of surprises, there was a point in the movie where I was like, okay, I feel like we're getting towards the end game, and then in my dumb little head, I was like, this is going to be a very straightforward approach, and then it just threw me for a curveball where I was like, this is so simple and so subtle and like so like that was the best answer that was out there, and I couldn't think of it, but the filmmakers did, and I'm just truly impressed by that. So overall, Chapter 4 of John Wick is a must see movie that delivers on really every level. Easily one of the best action movies ever made. Probably my favorite movie of the year so far. I haven't seen a lot of them, but this one's really fucking good. Yeah, I don't know, have enough words to describe how much this movie just really took everything that we love about the franchise and just amped it up in the best possible way that just works so much. I can't wait till this is out on video on demand so I can actually watch all four films in a row. Hopefully we'll also get like a nice little, like a nice little set. There's an after credit scene, so make sure to stay all the way till the end of the movie for that. And there's supposed to be some projects that are rolling out as spin-offs, including a movie with Ana de Armas, ballerina. So hopefully that's still in the works because I love Ana de Armas. So I would love to see more of this world and of course other players in the game. So so much cool stuff in this movie. It is just I can't even fathom making a movie that is this successful, and really all count when it comes to action, the story, the look, the feel, and just me leaving as an audience member fully satisfied, and also uniting both the critics and the audience in a cheer for this movie. So very excited for this. Let me know if you've seen John Wick down in the comments and what you thought of it. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here on the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.